Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. I recently had family visiting and I took them on an 8-day trip in Vietnam. There was no tour guide and packages or paid organized day trips. I planned it all out myself, booked all the hotels, transportation, and places to visit. And it was really affordable. It was really cheap. And if you're wondering how much it would cost you to travel for a week in Vietnam, you'll want to watch till the end. When I let you know how much it would cost for someone to spend 7 nights and 8 days in Dalat, the Mui Ne and Phan Dích area, as well as Vung Tau. I'll do a breakdown for each city we stayed in and then break into the different categories for each, like transportation, accommodations, food, and activities. Everything from grab rides to hired drivers to every night market and all the street food we gobbled up along the way. And what we spent will shock you, and you'll never see traveling in Vietnam the same. I'll also give you some tips that will help you plan your own travel here. If you have any questions, just throw it in the comments and I'll respond the best that I can. And before we dive into this, I'm David, and I make contents about my experience traveling abroad and living in Vietnam while navigating diverse cultural landscapes as an American expat. And if you want to see more of these types of contents, subscribe and turn on notifications for update. And if you can help out and give this video a like and a hype, it would really help with the algorithm. Let's get started. First location is Dalat. And we began our travel adventure with an overnight bus from Ho Chi Minh to Dalat, which took off at 11 p.m. So we slept on the way there and woke up the next morning to get breakfast. It worked out well because it was pretty comfortable and we all got good sleep. And it saved us from having to pay an extra night at the hotel too. The entire trip took us 7 hours and we got there at 5 o'clock in the morning. The bus fare was $16 per person and I booked all our sleeper bus rides from 12go.asia. The site gets a commission, so some of the fares were double what they should have been. Here's a quick tip. Best practice is to go get the fare at the bus station or the train station 1 or 2 days before you leave. In Dalat, we stayed 2 nights at the Cherry Hotel, and I booked it through Agoda. The total for all 4 rooms was $230, which came out to about $32.85 per person. While in Dalat, we had 5 sit-down meals, had coffees at 3 cafes, a soybean milk. There's the soybean drink, and it's hot. Pretty nice drink. And an ice cream shop for some avocado ice cream. There's tapioca pearls, there's some coconut crisp, and then there's durian. So pretty good. As well as a bunch of street food and fruits at the Dalat night market. Wow. You know what? It is really good. Total food and drink costs came to $535 for all of us, which was $76.42 per person. We visited a bunch of free places around town, but there are places that cost money. Pangar Waterfall was 76 cents per person to enter. We paid $4.94 to access a unique view of the Elephant Fall. Ooh, wow, that's really cool here. They've got a little picture place here. Wow, this is so cool. This is really nice. And then we also took the cable car for $5.70 for one direction. And to get around to all those places, we hired a driver for the day. And in total with tips, we paid him $100 or $14.25 per person. We also had some grab rides, and that came out to $10 per person. For our 3 days in Dalat, the 7 of us spent $1,126.69 or $160.95 per person, which came out to $53.65 per person per day. For our next location, we stayed at the Mui Ne and Phan Dích area. We took a sleeper bus there, and that was a little bit shorter. It came out to about 4 hours, and it cost us $13 per person. In Mui Ne, we stayed 2 nights at the Caesar house stay. And again, I booked this through Agoda. The total for all 4 rooms was $292, and it came out to $41.71 per person for both nights. While in Dalat, we had 4 sit-down meals, had some coffees at a couple of cafes, as well as a bunch of snacks and fruits at the Phan Dích morning market. Total food and drink cost came to $390 or $55.71 per person. There's a lot of free things to do in Fundik, so take advantage of the ferry stream. This is like really dirty water. Like, are you serious? How is this good? This is like really dirty water, man. Like, are you serious? This is not a ferry stream. This is like a freaking dirty cesspool. I don't know if I should be coming in with my shoes off. The red dunes for sunset, the whale temple, and some historic sites. And riding the white sand dunes, we got a Jeep and an ATV for all 7 of us. It was $30.42 for the Jeep, which sits 5 people, and $22.81 for the ATV, which sits 2. It came out to $7.60 per person. And to get around to all those places, we hired a driver for the day as well. And in total with tips, we paid him $110, which came out to $15.71 per person. For our 2 days in Mui Ne and Fundik, the 7 of us spent $884.10, or $126.30 per person, which came out to $63.15 per person per day. And then our final destination was 3 days in Vung Tau. We took a bus from Mui Ne to Vung Tau, and this was even a shorter ride. It was just 3 hours to Ho Chi Minh City, costing $6.50 per person. But when we were in Ho Chi Minh City, we had to take a ferry from there to Vung Tau, which cost us $17 per person. And for our return trip from Vung Tau to Ho Chi Minh City, we paid $19 for the ferry back. In Vung Tau, we stayed 2 nights at a private villa. And again, I booked it through Agoda. The total for the 5-bedroom villa was $265, and it came out to $37.86 per person. All right, so this is my bedroom, and it's not the biggest room here, but it is quite big. It's got a nice toilet as well, nice bathroom. It's got a sauna here, but apparently the sauna is not working, and so I can't use that. While in Vung Tau, we had 3 sit-down meals, as well as a bunch of street food snacks from around town. The total food and drink cost came to $270, which was $38.57 per person. There's a lot of free things to do in Vung Tau. Let's walk into it. You can just kind of wander for a bit. Oh, yeah. There's a center here that doesn't have anything. So we saw monkeys at a Shaolin temple, visited a beach town outside of Vung Tau, and saw a bunch more temples and churches. Look at the temple here. It's nice. And there's not a lot of people around. No other tourists here. And to get around to all those places, we hired a driver for a day and a half. And the total with tips came out to $130, which was $18.57 per person. We also had some Grab rides as well, and they came out to $5 per person. For our 3 days in Vung Tau, the 7 of us spent $997.50, or $142.50 per person, which came out to $47.50 per person per day. So in total, for all 8 days and 3 locations that we went to, we spent a total of $3,008.25. That came out to $429 per person for the 8 days. And from there, it comes out to $53.72 per person per day. And there you go. That's how much we spent on 8 days traveling around in southern Vietnam. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video and if you watched to this point, subscribe and turn on notifications. And also like and hype up this video so that other people can know about it.